Hey guys, it's Joe from American Trucks, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Alterum locking underseat storage box fitting all 15 and newer Super Crew F-150s. Now, something like this guy right here is going to be a great option for you if you're looking for a high quality storage solution to keep your stuff safe in the cab of your truck. So what is this thing made out of? Well, the base and the lids are made out of different material. For the base, we have 1/8" thick 5052 steel. That's going to be where all the durability comes from. And for the lid, we have some aluminum. That's going to be durable yet lightweight at the same time. You can see they're in a 40-60 split, so you kind of have this smaller section here to reach in there really quick, and you have a larger section there if you're taking out something a little bit bigger. These can both be open and closed at the same time if you need to as well. Underneath the lids, we do have a little bit of a foam seal around the edges, so when you drop this lid down, you don't get that metal on metal connection. A nice little feature there that just adds to the experience when you're using this underseat storage box. Now, the whole thing is finished in this black powder coating, which is not just there to add to the looks. As you can see, it matches our interior pretty well, but it's going to serve as a layer of protection from the elements too. When someone gets in the rear of your truck, maybe with some salty boots, you don't want that bare steel exposed. That might rust, so that powder coating there is going to help you out. Again, not only for the looks, but it's going to keep this nice and in tip-top condition as well. Now, the way this secures, and we're going to jump into the install in just a second here, the bolt heads are actually on the inside of the box. So once you lock this down, and there are 4 keys included with this thing, there is no way to take this thing out of here without the use of some heavy-duty tools. So that's a nice little bit of security in the design there that makes this one of the most secure options for the interior of your F-150. As far as dimensions go, I broke out the tape measure. We're looking at 52 by about 11, and it's about 6.5 inches deep, and that is at the widest points of the measurements. The sides do kind of taper in a little bit, so if you do need that full thing, just be aware of that. But this is going to be the perfect option for any firearms, valuables, blankets, ratchet straps, tire irons. That's pretty much all I can think of. Whatever else you could throw into your truck, this is going to be a nice way to store it. And if you need to lock it down and keep it safe, mainly the idea is with firearms, guns, stuff like that. If you're the outdoorsman, this is going to be a great way to transport that stuff safely. Now, another nice feature before we move on to the price here, this is also going to work no problem with WeatherTech mats. So if you have a rubber set of floor mats, this is going to be a no-brainer, and it's going to fit perfectly for you. Now, speaking about the price, as far as this one goes, we're looking at around $450. Now, as far as stuff like this goes, steel underseat locking storage boxes, that's going to be right in the middle of the range. There are some cheaper options out there, but if you're looking for a quality option, this is definitely going to be it, and it's a small price to pay to keep your stuff safe. And this guy is made right here in the USA, so you know the build quality is bar none. Now, before we move on to the install, one thing I did just want to make a quick note on. If your F-150 is optioned with a subwoofer under this rear seat right here, this is not going to work for you. There are some under-seat storage boxes out there that do, but this one specifically is not going to fit with that. Another thing, this power inverter right here, the kit will include some spacers with it to accommodate for that. So whether or not you do have this, and I believe this is part of Microsoft Sync, the spacers will be in the kit, and you could choose to either use them if you do have that, and if you don't have that power inverter there, you could skip that altogether. Obviously, we're going to show you exactly how to do it if you do have this right there. But with all of that said, this is going to be an easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. No modifications required to your F-150, and this installs with some really basic hand tools. I think all in all, you can get it done at most in an hour. So without any further ado, let me show you what tools you'll need and how it's done. The only tool you'll really need for this install will be the 3/16" Allen key. I have mine on a ratchet just to speed things up a bit. Now, the rest of this stuff, if you do potentially need a little bit of adjustment on your seat brackets, you might need to loosen those up, and for that, you'll need a small extension, 13mm socket, and an impact driver. So to start off our install, I do want to talk about this guy right here. This box right here, labeled power inverter. I believe this is part of the Sync system. If your truck is optioned with that, you'll probably have this box as well. But basically what it's going to do is block this flat surface from the box mounting up flush to it. That's okay. We're going to be installing some spacers to make everything fit. They come included in the kit. Now, what we're gonna do, obviously we're gonna fold the seats up, we're gonna put the box in the back here and start to get that ready. But the first thing we're going to install is actually these 4 nut clips. They're gonna mount up to the seat mounting brackets right here, and there's one closest toward the camera all the way over there. Just to give me a little bit more room, I am gonna pop the cover off this power inverter, pull up on the front of it, and it should pop right off. So we're gonna take this clip. You can see that hole right there. That is just gonna line up right like so. Now we can come over to this one. And obviously you want the threaded portion toward the inside. And that is gonna have to align with this slotted hole right here. And we're gonna do the same thing for the other 2 seat mounting brackets as well. So now we can move on to the point where we actually install the box to the clip nuts. Now, you can see this hole right here, what I have in my hand. This is the bolt with a flat washer on it, comes in the kit. This is gonna be on the inside of the box. Now this bolt is gonna poke out of the back. And since we have this power converter here that messes with the flush surface on our seat mounting brackets, we're going to install this spacer right over the bolt like so, and then this will thread it into that clip nut just like that. There are 4 positions we're gonna have to do this in, and then we're gonna tighten it down with a 3/16 inch Allen key. So now we're just gonna put our bolt through, make sure our spacer gets installed, and then that bad boy is gonna go right into that clip nut. I'm just gonna leave that finger tight for now so we have a little bit of an easier time installing the rest of the bolts, and then we'll tighten them down all at once. Now we're just gonna use the 3/16 Allen key to tighten down those 4 bolts. I have mine on a ratchet just to speed things up a bit. Guys, that is gonna do it for me. It's also gonna do it for the Alterum locking underseat storage box, fitting all 15 and newer Super Crew F-150s. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more like this one. Keep it right here at American Trucks for all things F-150.